Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, HaKodash, Zebulon, and to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to the brothers and preachers and teachers, word and sincerity and truth across the four corners of the planet. This is Brother Barah here, Brother Yahawah and Brother Yahweh. Right? We just want to do a short lesson. It's entitled, If You're Not Teaching Prophecy, What Are You Teaching? So we have many of these Israelite camps, right? Here. Hey, I'll just read it. Best thing to do is just read the prophecy. Right? Because there's the only thing that really matters in this time. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he had made. Right? Jumping down to verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So how we going to measure? The measuring stick is the prophecies of the scripture, which we know is Yahweh speaking unto us, because Yahweh is the spirit of prophecy, right? Yeah. But only the ones who are in the loop, who are in the cipher, right? The circle, they would understand and see, right? And will do righteousness, which is to what? Do the will of Yahweh Shemel, right? Because he said to feed my sheep, to feed my lamb. So I'm going to jump into our next precept real quick. There's 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 15. They that fear Yahweh will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. So his ways was what? To feed my sheep, feed my lamb. Right? And what we feeding them with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what the prophecies. Because we in the last time, the laws, we're breaking on this book, right? And we in time with the book. Someone can just give me a real quick Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. Babakosha.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 says, To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven.
Yeah, there's a season and a time for every purpose under the sun, on the heaven Salakia, right? Now it's not the time to be making marriage, right? Now it's not the time to be what? Setting up your home. The scripture says what? I mean, you can keep you have to have your house in order. So I mean, it's not a time to be building, it's a time of destruction, right? Because when it jump to what? It's verse 6. Verse 3.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 3 says, A time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up.
We're breaking down the strongholds and we're building up what? The kingdom of heaven, the house of David, right? With what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because we know that our power, the power of Israel, is the power of knowledge, right? And knowledge of what? The scripture says not the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, right? So we have to break down the scripture. We have these Christians teaching all these madness up on the street. We have these Muslims saying that Islam is the way, Allah is the way. All these. This is what the battle should be about. It shouldn't be about what? Being glory. It shouldn't be about building a kingdom in Esau society, right? Because I mean, we have so much evidence. Everything is evidence, because the scripture in chapter 2 chapter 9 says what? The end is manifest. It's made clear, right? But we have too much false. You can tell once you know what is the truth, you can definitely tell what is false, right? Once you're cleansed, first to begin, and you have to be cleansed by what? The washing of the water, the word in the spirit of Yahweh, for the kingdom of Yahweh, right? That is, hey, Yahweh is making himself reveal unto those who that diligently seek him. They come in another spirit, you come in Christ, you come in Allah, you come in Shiva Ganesh, you're not going to get the understanding of this book, the Bible. The mystery not going to be revealed, and ultimately if it wasn't predestinated to know, right? I wanted anybody have any precept? I wanted to bring up some videos. So okay, cannot get the motivation of this lesson.
1 Corinthians 14:1, he said, Fall after charity and desire spiritual gift, but rather that he may prophesy.
Let it prophesy. This is about prophecy.
I got that one. Is that Proverbs 14:15 says, The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
Look at where it is going, because what destruction is about to come destruction is about to come in. The thief is about to come in, right? Actually, not the thief, but the deliverer, the savior, but he called himself what? He said he's going to come as a thief in the night, right? So we had to watch, right? We watch and we see, and we on our watch. We see the prophecies, and we filter it through the scriptures. We've given you the understanding through the scriptures. We speaking according to the words of the prophecy, letting you know that, hey, this is the reason why this is happening. This is, hey, this plainly, this is what's happening. Evidently, this is what's happening. All right. Brother, yeah, what's up? Okay, go back to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8. That was the one that I was
Verse Ecclesiastes chapter 3,
verse 8.
Verse 8 says, a time to love and a time to hate, and a time of war and a time of peace.
Right, when we have men like me saying whatever the position, do not get the white man at ease up, right? But you don't have to go along on him so hard, right? Build families, right? Build families, set up husbands, how to teach them how to love their wives and how to have relationships and all this. Hey, most high, you have no relationship. You have a master and you have a subordinate, a servant. Your wife, she's a servant, right? And she that serving her husband, right? She's not gonna be at rest. She's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be like smooth sailing, especially on this side, because that's what the prophecy says, right? In Surah. I don't know if you want to bring it out. YAHAWADAH.
Bring out what?
She that serve with her husband.
Oh. There's Sirach 26. Sirach 26 and 26. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged. Why the one? The one?
No, not that one. The one that she basically she's not gonna be at ease.
Not gonna be at ease?
Yeah, when she serving her husband.
Oh, after this one, Sirach 25 and 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 22. He said, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impotence, and much reproach.
If she maintain her husband, she's full of anger, impudence, and much reproach, because you know she's serving him, right? She's serving him. It's not going to be pleasurable. She's a servant. That's her office. That's her steward. But on this side, these women don't understand that, right? But you're trying to set up that as though it's some kind of right. Basically, you making them submit to their wives so that they'll be at peace and you'll be at peace. But the scripture talk about a servant and his master. Yeah, what should I say? If you have a servant, right, and he's working in the field, you're going to call him in. When you call him in, you're going to call him in and give him a meal. He said no. You'll tell him to make your meal, right? Because hey, the work that he's doing, right, and basically that goes back to us. That goes back to us, right? I think that's Luke. Let me see if I can get it. Right, you can speak in the meantime. Let me see if I can get that one.
Yeah, he's a reprobate because what Apostle Paul said, you're gonna have trouble in the flesh. We can't make these women be submissive under us. It's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua got to do that. Understand? We can't do that. We gotta do. We gotta be submissive under Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And the Most High gonna plead our cause. He gonna subdue these women and us. Yeah. So you can't do that. Nothing wrong teaching them, edifying about how we supposed to be as a man in the spirit and how we supposed to run the house. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, but the script, the Holy Spirit said prophesy. Nothing wrong for brother asks for help how to manage the house, how to be a man, a man of the Lord. You understand? How to be a man of integrity and have morals. You understand? Nothing wrong edifying a brother with that, but Yahushua is a prophesied.
That's the doctrine.
Yeah.
I got a precept.
Yeah.
It's our First Timothy chapter 5, verse 15 to chapter 5, verse 14 to 15. It says, I will therefore that the younger women marry their children, guide the house, give none occasion of the adversary to speak reproachfully. For some are already turned aside after Satan. So how much more now? So how much more now? How much more now? When we have all these false prophets who are gonna be saying, you know what, the women, black woman. No, it's about the elect, those who are right in their mind. That's who Yahweh Shemashah is coming back to save them through childbearing. I got another one. This is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 4 says, a virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bones. Okay, and that's the scenario that we're living in today. Okay, we no longer have helps unto ourselves, but we have what? We have enemies. Exactly. Micah says, well, she that is mine enemy shall see. Okay, they become our enemies. Imagine a weaker vessel that has become an enemy unto you. That shows you where the society is. As a weaker vessel turning to your own enemy.
They're supposed to be your aid. Your aid turn to your enemy. Your pillar of rest turn to your enemy. Your possession turn to your enemy. Understand? So like we say, hey, it's nothing wrong teaching the brother how to be a man, with to have morals. You understand? To have integrity. Nothing wrong with that. But hey, we gotta prophesy.
That shouldn't be a primary doctrine. The base doctrine. The base doctrine basically is an Israelite and take care of a wife, wear fringes. That shouldn't be. That's not all. That is that and more. In other words, and the essence of it, the real purpose is what to prophesy, right? That's the only scripture I was looking for. The scripture is twofold or probably even threefold, right? But I using the scripture just to bring out the fact that hey, the servant part, right? Because we are servants of Yahweh Shemashah. But he said even more so than being his servants or their servants, we are friends because a servant doesn't know what the master is doing. You understand? But we are his friends because he tells us all what he's about to do. Right? And this is what we're supposed to be doing, telling our brethren that are asleep, the Gentiles that eyes are not open as yet, that looking and searching. We're supposed to be open their eyes with what? With the secrets. Right? Because the mysteries reveal unto us. So we have to share it and reveal it unto the elect of our nation. Only they're going to get it. Right? And guess what? While we're doing that, it's not going to be sweet. It's going to be bitter. Because we're going to be tried. We're going to be trying to see if we understand these words. We're going to be trying for the experience to come in for us to understand. Right? It's not going to be an easy word. It's going to be undulated up and down. Sometimes hard, sometimes bitter, sometimes sweet. You know? At the end of it, the fruit of it is going to be what? Salvation being taken up in the chariot. That's what it's about. This is in Luke chapter 17 and verse 7. Or which of you having a servant plowing in the field, so plowing or feeding cattle will say unto him by and by, when he is come from the field, go and sit to meat. It says, and will not rather say unto him, make ready wherewith I may sup, and gird thyself and serve me. Right? So this is what the woman's supposed to do. She's supposed to serve us. As we serve in Yahawashi. Right? She's supposed to be that rest unto us as we serve Yahawashi. Right? So they're supposed to walk with us. The same, hey, we go up, they go up. We go down, they go down. Right? So we say we no longer one flesh, but we are queens. Right? It says, till I have eaten and drunken, and afterwards thou shalt eat and drink. Do he thank that servant because he did the things that he will commanded him? I trow not. So likewise, he, when he shall have done all those things which he have commanded, you say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty to do. Right? So this is us. This is us, the elect, the hopeful elect. We do your work. Right? not to all praise what we think. Praise of Yahweh because this is what we were supposed to do nevertheless. We were created to serve them. And these women were created to serve us. Right? So anytime you have, basically what you're trying to do, you're trying to bring reasoning, strong reasoning to insubordination. Right? Because a man, he's in control of his own house. The Lord says what? In Sirach, it says, he that begetteth a possession, he that begetteth a wife, right, begetteth a possession, right? And a pillar of rest. Listen, this is Sirach 36 and 24. He that begetteth a wife, or getteth a wife, begetteth a possession, and a help like unto himself, right? In Proverbs, they say, hey, you have a wife, I think it's Proverbs. It says you have a wife after your own mind. You know, you don't put her away. I think it's in Sirach, not Proverbs. You have a wife after your own mind, don't put her away. Right? So she's like unto himself and a pillar of rest. She knows that she's an Israelite. She knows that YAHAWADAH is her, the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel. Right? She knows her fear the Most High. Right? She's going to be a rest unto you. But guess what? She's in weaker vessel. Satan going to come in and attack her first, or attack her, win her over easily. That's how he did Eve. Right? Right? So she's not going to have an easy time. She's not going to have an easy time. What? Because the whole conversation of the world is that, hey, here we see, how you have you dressing so? All the time, girl, you used to look swanky with your weave down, nails down, makeup, fake eyelash, you know, tight jeans. But no, guess what? You have you covering your head. You have you looking like a granny. You understand? All these things will play on their minds, but they can't. They wake up to stand up and resist these things, unless there was exceptional spirits like the woman that we read about in the scriptures. Judith, Esther, Susanna, you know, some of the exceptional women, some of the women in the church, right? So what Nathan and these men doing is what? They promoted insubordination, right? Anybody have anything I want to start to play the group?
A quick one here.
Go ahead.
This 1 Corinthians 7 and 27. He said, art thou bound unto your wife? Seek not to be loose. Art thou loose from your wife? Seek not your wife. But if thou...
That's someone. They talk about when you burn married. So if you have one, they have one who go get rid of her. Just deal with her wisely.
Go
ahead.
Right? He said, but and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she had not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. So you're gonna have trouble in the flesh. So you can counsel them what you want. These women infested. You understand? With demons. You understand? Then they're not gonna hearken unto you. They're not gonna be subjected. You know, Satan gonna plague them. You understand? That is part of a lot. That's part of it. We gotta bear the indignation. You understand? You gotta bear that. Yeah, you can go ahead. Some more value there.
But what is that?
Some more value.
Oh, huh. Never really possible there. I'll try my best.
Proverbs 25 verse 22 reads, a woman supports the man. What happened? What does God say about that? Sirach 25 verse 22 reads, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. In the movie, you see Melinda angry. All this dude does is sit around and tinker with his batter while she supports him. She takes care of him, his food, his necessities. She pays all the bills in the house. That's what's happening. So now in the movie, you have to really figure out, you'll find out that this plays a part to the decision that she makes later on in the movie.
Right, there's one video, you know. So now he degrading the man. You know, but the scripture did say that if a man don't work, he shall not eat. Right? So, you know, there's along the lines where we should go with the lesson. You know, if a man don't work, he shall eat. But he's supporting the fact that the woman coming down on the man, you know, because he jobless. This man, he out of focus on the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah taught.
Black men and some black women have such a hatred against their own people that they choose rather to love, cuddle, and hug the children of those who enslave and currently oppress the masses of our people. And I'll say this, to be in an interracial relationship means to deny yourself, your people, and your God. Yes, I said it. To be in an interracial relationship means to deny yourself, your people, and your God. Let me explain what I mean by that. First, to deny yourself. For example, you can't watch the news together or any social network video or article regarding anything political or racial. Why? Because you'll get two different opinions. The white husband will say something contrary to the black wife.
This is what they're teaching any time of war.
Oh, it's not there. Oh, it's not there. So what do you celebrate? Huh? Who taught us to celebrate?
But that's what he really teaching about Christmas and whatnot, right? Well, now look, we have in the meanwhile, in other words, in the meanwhile, right? Look at what's happening. Because we all remember the video. It's Jew, and ain't no microchip. So when he talk about woman and man working and don't have a woman supporting you and all these different things, which would be, I'm not saying these things are not important, you know. They're just trivial to the serious matters. Because in the meanwhile, look at what's happening. Prophecies are being unfolded.
Before we get to the news, this is an urgent message. Before watching this report, please subscribe to our backup channel. The link is in the description below. Thank you. Is the mark of the beast on the horizon? Well, a new company is pushing to implant workers with microchips. Before I get to that, now you can...
So watch. It's June and ain't no microchip. You remember that video? Right? Well, look, even either Michael tell you that the mark of the beast is the microchip. Right?
Back to the news. According to Jared Harris for the Conservative Tribune, he reports that companies in the United Kingdom are now deciding if they will offer implanted security devices to certain employees. A Swedish company, Biohacks, is behind the implants. The company told UK Telegraph that it's in talks with several employees planning to offer the microchips to staff. The chips are intended to be used as a replacement for other security credentials. Take a look.
手にチップを埋め込んだ人がおよそ4000人。
Out of China. Out of China.
現金が消えた国、スウェーデンの電車の中で乗車チケットを確認する機会に手をかざす女性の姿が。
I have my chip here in my hand.
実は皮膚の下に長さ1センチほどの個人情報などが登録されたチップが埋め込まれています。体には影響がない素材でできているそうです。
I use my chip when I travel by train with SJ. I also use it when I go to the gym instead of having a plastic card.
Wow. Talk about a train to hell. Apparently, one of those clients has hundreds of thousands of employees and probably believes that injecting chips into their workers is easier than issuing them a security pass. Now, for Christians, the implants are a serious sign of the end times. A Dial the Truth webpage from the 1990s at the advent of the implantable microchip technology lists several prophecy teachers who were already making connections between the book of Revelation and the very chips. They are two...
So how Esau and Edom can make a connection? Moab can make a connection. These other nations can make connections, but Nate, who is the Israelite, who preaching the black man shouldn't marry the white woman, right? Interracial marriage is wrong. But just basically you having a concubine, right? But unless you go to the altar and all that kind of madness, that is an abomination to Yahweh. So you can teach that. You're not supposed to make marriages unto them, right? We're not supposed to bring forth seed through this. But we're going to do that in these last times because we don't need any woman to bring forth the seed of the different tribes, right? In this last time here, we're going to use all these other nations to bring forth seed, right? But is he teaching it that way, right? All these other nations is manifest. They're seeing it, right? The Christians seeing it. That's why in what Rex is Project Megiddo, right? They said they call what the Black Hebrew Israelites, which is a deformation of character and not a true representation of who we are, because Israel is a speckled bird and we are confusion of faces. We look like any other nation that we scattered among, right? We may look as the white man, we may look as the Chinese man, the Elamite man, you know, even the Ishmaelite we may look like, right? But they call us, they call what the Christian identity. They call the other extremist groups, right? Because what they said we're going to be what resistant to the new millennium, right? Basically, it's the new world order coming in. Esau putting his mark upon the men, right, on the world, because he sees it fit that this mark is the way forward. This mark will give him what ultimate godhood in his eyes. But yeah, going to spoil that. But what these men, they're not teaching these things. They're not preparing Israel at the gate for the day of the Lord, right? So his men, his camp is going to be ashamed in that day, right? I'll come back to us because well, I can just read go through this. Watch. Race wars. Too little, too late. Merkel comes to Metz to ease ethnic tension, but faces mass protests. Right? I had a video here where this I don't know if it will come up. Let's see if I can get this video. I can get it on this one. Alright, next video not coming up. I had a video where this right here in Trinidad, this a Muslim Elamite, right? He had the depictions on his Facebook of using mines, and he's saying that the Prime Minister of this country, this will happen to him soon. You know, so just now he's going to be targeted. They have the counter-terrorism squad. They just be on all this shit. I had a guy who was charged the other day for talking about they should kill the Prime Minister because he oppressing this way and that way. You understand? He was charged and fined. Right? I think he got some jail time too. You understand? So this sedition about men. Who's speaking about that? Only the men at GMS speaking about these things. Right? These men are prophesying. And coming back to us.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 16, verse 8 says, and the Lord commanded the unjust steward because he had done wisely. For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. Because basically the 2/3, they don't see these things happening. But Esau, he's busy preparing himself, and he actually has the mentality that somehow he might overcome, of which that's not how the script has been written. Okay, Esau knows these things, these race wars are coming. He knows that the mark of the beast is the RIFID chip. He knows these things, but it's only just a lot of our people, they're so stiff-necked unto this very day. They're still blinded. They don't see the truth because they've been blinded. They've accustomed themselves into following Esau's ways. As it says there in Jeremiah chapter 10 says, learn not the ways of the heathen. They have perfected, okay, the craft of disobeying Yahweh. And judgment is going to be executed for not listening, okay, through to the mouthpiece of Yahweh, his prophets. These are Proverbs chapter 12. This is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 24 says, Proverbs chapter 12, verse 27 says, the slothful man rosteth not that which he took in hunting, but the substance of the diligent man is precious. And what is that substance that is precious? To the diligent, it is what? Is that faith? Going back to the book of Hebrews 11, it says what? Faith, what? Is the evidence of things not seen, but the substance of things hoped for. So these guys, they're not making use of what they've received of Yahweh, and the Most High has surely, bit by bit, starting taking away from what they've received in the first place, because they're not making use, okay, of the word of Yahweh. They're not making full proof of their ministry.
This is Ezekiel 21 verse 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contempted the rod of my son, and as every tree. So these are the nations. They contempt Yahweh, right? They make him mirth. Hey, Christianity all about we are under grace. The Lord don't stand. But the grace has a purpose. The liberty we have, they say they loaded. While they yet had liberty, they loaded my law. The grace is to bring us back. The liberty is to bring us back unto the Lord, right? To bring us back to His law, statutes, and commandments. That will bring us close unto Him, right? He don't deal with you, but you're unclean, you're profane, you're outside the temple, you're breaking the Lord, right? And in this time, what He requires from us? He requires from us to prophesy, to warn the people, to give them warning. That was to give them warning from me, right? The destruction at hand, give them warning. But there's no way to say, hey, you people to make mirth, set up churches, set up school, hospitals, garment factories, merchandising, just set into these different countries. And what basically you're building up yourself. You're making up your own kingdom. So you're about being idolized. Nathan IUIC brand, right? Kofi and the apostle went through his church that was marching for peace. But Yahweh never talk about peace. He said when he comes, if a fire is going to be set, he's going to bring destruction, right? He's not for peace. Before the peace, he has to get what? Vengeance. Vengeance is his. He has to get vengeance. Right? Now, would I have something?
Can. It's Ezekiel 33 and 6. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. Yeah, the sword is really the Appiums them going into. You know, the different uproar, the people, the microchip, World War III, you know, all these are the peasants who are about to come in the land. There's the sword. So-called white man coming in as a flood, this martial art troop. You know, Nate now warning his congregation about these things. All he about to do store the world and set up churches or what? Bringing revenue. You understand? To sell starter kit. You understand? And to teach how to be a good husband and marriage. All about marriage. You understand? That's not warning the people. You're not warning people about the sword about to come. You're not telling them about the famine, about the economy collapse, about Jacob trouble. You deny Jacob trouble in a video. When the passerby was questioning about Daniel 12:1, you deny it. You understand? You deny the Jacob trouble. You understand? So, hey, all them blood's going to be on your hand unless you repent. If you don't, all them blood's going to be on your hand. Right?
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, And what will I, if it be already kindled? It says, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straightened till it be accomplished? Right? So the fire already be kindled is what this work, we kindling it. Right? We calling out our enemies for who they are, a lying, deceiving dog, right? That rule the world in deceit, maliciousness, and wickedness that is destroying our nation subtly, covertly. Well, at least it was covert for a point in time, but the scripture said that what he's gonna make Esau bare, right? He's gonna uncover their nakedness. Nahum chapter 3 and what Isaiah 47, right? And that's what the Most High doing through what? His prophets. Right? This is what the prophets supposed to be doing, uncovering the nakedness, showing the world, the nations, right? But basically, it's for the nation of Israel to wake up. But we're basically showing the nations too that, hey, this Edomite is a devil. He's a liar. He's the wicked on the planet Earth, right? And what? Paul said, be ye followers of me as I am of MANASHAH. And Paul suffered, and Paul was put to death for the defense of the doctrine. Right? Yeah. We gonna suffer. We suffering. We actually going through making our bodies a living sacrifice. Right? That is suffering. Sacrifice is what a sacrifice is something that you offer up and they put it to death. The scripture says, multiply thy flesh. You're putting it to death. Right? So it's not accomplished until what? We shed blood, as our child shed blood, according to Hebrews 12. Right? We have not yet suffered unto death, unto blood. You understand? But what? When you look at Nate, you see mirth, you see a happy spirit. What you always smiling about? You know the scripture says a righteous man scarcely smiles. Yeah. Right? We going through it. There are some who feels it, knows it. You know, we feeling it as the prophets before felt it, right? And then ultimately we're gonna have to go through that temptation when Esau's gonna come down on us with the imposition of that chip. To be mandatory, right? And we're gonna be tried. The Most are gonna check our integrity. Hey, what are you gonna do? Your family, your sons, your daughters, your wives, they're gonna be hungry. They're gonna be looking to you, right? Remember the brother brought up Micah 7 verse 10, right? In Micah 7 verse 10 it says they're gonna be ashamed. Who said, where is your God? Where is the Lord your God? Right? You know. When the Most High tries, we will be the elect going to be found faithful, right? Yes. The elect going to be found faithful because they're going to bear, right? Because they know that our child, the words of his mouth, they are true and faithful and sure, and he lied not, right? He's going to deliver them. They have a crown to receive, a glory to get. They're going to refuse until death, strive with the truth until death, right? Having to bear that, having to watch your family suffer, if the Most High choose to make that part of your judgment, right? These are the things that the men of the Lord being prepared for. But these are the Israelite camps. They're not preparing the men for that. They're really not preparing the men for that. The mind state of the men, the edification, the building up of the spirit is not being done, and they're gonna be held accountable for that.
Go ahead, yourself.
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 8 says, the lion have roared, who will not fear? The Lord YAHAWADAH have spoken, who can but prophesy? So these guys are not prophesying because they're not hearing the roaring lion that is on his way. They're not even aware that YAHAWADAH is on his way. It says in Jeremiah, there's a lion coming out of his thicket. They don't see that. They actually they don't see that. They don't see. They don't even have that fear. Because scripture says, well, through the fear of the Lord do we persuade men. They're not being persuaded. They're not warning the flock. They're not doing that because they don't see the destruction that's coming. They still have this mentality, you know what? We still have 5 years from now. We still have 15 years, 10 years down the line. We don't have that much time. For the elect's sake, the times are being shortened. They don't see that. They say Amos 3:8 against it. The lion of roared, who will not fear? The Lord YAHAWADAH have spoken. Who can but prophesy? So the Most High is not dealing with these guys because they're not prophesying. They're not warning the people of what's to come. Okay, the forceful implementation of the mark of the beast, which is going to be global. Okay, the hour of temptation, which is coming. And everyone that's going to be still here is going to go through this persecution. more so the elect of Yahawah. That time of faith is going to be tried. Okay, what man of men you are is going to be seen in that day. It says, was it in Corinthians? Okay, it says, fire shall try every man work what man it is. It's going to be seen in that day. All this Holy Spirit is not going to work for much longer. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 4. It says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what all of these Israelites are doing right now. Because even these guys who were doing a march, was it a couple of days ago, they were doing a march. That means in their mindset, this is La La Land. This is paradise to them. So they are marching because they were expecting to be enjoying themselves. How can you enjoy yourself if you're in captivity? We're still in captivity. They don't see that. Because their mind is not well, their eyes is not single. They're still preoccupied in the things of this world, not realizing the present of this, the fashion of this world will pass away very soon.
Yeah, Ezekiel 21:8. He said again, the word of the Lord Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus said the Lord Yahawah, say, a sword is sharpened and also fourbish. You understand? So the most I said prophesy. Hey, we tell you about the microchip. You understand? We prophesy about the microchip. We prophesy about the ICBM missile, about the so-called UFO, about World War III, about the US war. All these is swords. You understand? We prophesy, we tell you about these things about to come, what's going to happen. You understand? The pestilence, the famine. Right? It's, it is sharpened to make it so slaughter. Yeah, it is sharpened. The famine can be a sore slaughter. The race war gonna be a sore slaughter. You understand? Female camp gonna be a sore slaughter. You understand? World War III gonna be a sore slaughter. You can like take the chip. Are we exhorting you like do not take the chip? Repent, turn back to Yahawah. Right? These Ireland not doing that. Right? He said it is sharpened to make it sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. He said, should we then make mort? That it contended the rod of my son as he said, as every tree. He said, and he had given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give into the hand of the slave. And who is Esau? You understand? Most I give Esau this sword, so he's gonna come down. Revelation 12:12. He said, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall come upon my people. They're not telling Jakes about these things. This is what about to happen as we speak. This is about to happen. You know how they're about to break loose. The so-called white man already skin up. The world know he's the devil. Even you Israelites do want to believe it or not, he know that he can't skin up. He know that, hey, he can't hide again. He know that he can't hide again. Everybody know that he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. Everybody know that he's the Edomite. Right? So we're gonna let Fidu now. It's coming full force. He don't care. He's the devil like coming. Right? He said Ezekiel 21:12. He said, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall come upon my people. It shall be upon all the prince of Israel. Terror by reason, for the sword shall be upon my people. It says, smith, therefore upon the tide. And this will come into the Jacob trouble. You understand? There's Jacob trouble. This will come in. So these men is false prophets.
I've got another precept. It's Ezekiel chapter 2, chapter 2, verse 9 and 10 says, and when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mournings and woe. So if you prophesy, you must bring all these things up. The starvation that's coming, famine that's coming. You must be warning them of of these things which are gonna come. Utter chaos, race riots. Okay, these things are gonna happen. So why are they not bringing these things up? You hardly ever hear these guys such as IUIC, okay, telling you the future judgment of these nations. How about how they're going to receive, okay, the cup of Yahweh Shemashah's indignation? They don't ever go through those things. As well, their mindset, okay, the way they do things, they have corrupted the word of Yahweh Shemashah. That's what they have done. This is Jeremiah 23, verse 36 says, and the burden of the Lord shall he mention no more. For every man's way shall be his burden. Going back to what Yahweh said, look, every idle word a man shall speak shall give account in the day of judgment. For ye have perverted the ways of the living power of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah, of hosts, our power. That's what they have done. Okay, by shunning to tell you the whole counsel of Yahweh Shemashah, the ultimate intentions of Yahweh Shemashah, the judgment that's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, precept for back of there. Because that's what Pastor Paul said. He didn't shun to declare all the counsel of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. You understand? So he have a lot of blood in his hand unless he repent. You know? Yeah, this is Acts 20 and 26. He said, wherefore I take you to record this day that I am pure from the blood of all men. This is Israelite, all men speaking to the Israelites. Right? Verse 27. For I have not shunned to declare unto you all the counsel of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Yeah. You understand? Yeah, he didn't shun to declare, he declared everything. Lamentation, woe. He teach you everything, he declared everything. Right? Most I said, speak my words. What's the most I word? The book.
Isaiah 8 and 20.
And
This is Isaiah 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people, let the earth hear, and all that there in the world, and things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. So that sounds like something that you would want to hear. This song this should be expedient to teach. Right? What your Most High is about to do. This is Jeremiah 44, verse 2. Thus say the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel. Ye have seen all the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem and upon all the cities of Judah. We're seeing it. We're all in this degraded state of mind. The nation of Israel. Right? This position that we are in is not a position becoming a prophet, priest, and kings of a ruling nation. They say is Israel a homeborn slave, but we have to get up, rising early, putting in hard labors, right? As you go out to work, your wife stepping out on you, right? They're being this out of order, disobedient, insubordinate, right? You have no peace, you have no rest, you have no trust, you have no hope, except but in Yahweh Shemaiwan try to come and save us out of this hellhole, right? It says, there's all the hell that they have brought upon Jerusalem and upon all the cities of Judah, and behold, this day they are a desolation. The nation is a desolation. I've seen servants upon horses, right? right? No. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 6. Paul is setting great dignity and rich sit in low places. Who's the rich? We are the rich. We low. According to the cousin Deuteronomy 28, the servant that is about you shall get up very high and you shall come down very low. Right? I have seen servants upon horses, these heathen, predominantly Esau and Edom. Hey, they lower than us. These Elamites, we hate these Elamites. These dogs speaking at you, right? So a video with some Elamite men between the hell out a Jake woman, right? She was in interracial relationship, and there was the hell out of her in the street. You know, she's the bitch that she is. These people say a shameless woman should be called there's a dog in the street. She's a bitch. Because you're supposed to know better. You're not supposed to be with these heathen. It's against the law of your Lord. Right? It says, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. We servant, we are the one slave to make the white man's bread. Right? We setting up the white man's bed. He sleeps in pleasure while we labor on the field. Our labor is not accounted for. You have the Prime Minister, for example, in our country saying what? This how much labor works for in the oil company. And he's speaking about it in this day. You shouldn't be making this, you shouldn't be making that, because he's what? He on the path. He sits at the white man's table. He sits at the Edomite table. Right? And he should be, hey, the laborer should not be making as much money or closer to, or half or a quarter or a third of the money that he making. So he had to cut that. So when you listen to this speech of these proud men, these sellouts, you realize that they perverse YAHAWADAH. Right? It says, a desolation and no man dwelleth therein. Nobody is dwelling in the righteousness of YAHAWADAH except for his men. Right? Because of their wickedness, which they have committed to provoke me to anger, in that they went to build interest and to serve other gods, whom they know not, neither they, ye, nor your fathers. Albeit I sent to you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. So who's the man that's saying it? Predominantly the men of GMS and the men who created GMS. Right? We saying it. Do not this abominable thing. Right? The Most High hate these things. The Most High hate homosexuality. Right? The Most High hate lesbianism. The Most High hate Esau and the white man. Right? He give them no rest. We talking about easy white man, rest the right man. Right? They're not resting us. They're not resting us. Right? They're killing us out. It says, verse 5. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto no incense unto other gods. Wherefore my fury and my anger was poured forth, and I was kindled in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, and they were wasted and desolate as at this day, because we went through slavery and we're still in slavery up to this day. Right? We wasted. We Rastafarianism, Muslim Christianity, Black unconsciousness, Egyptology, all these different philosophies the nation of Israel is under, under Hinduism. For whatever benefits that they get in, that's what they under. It works for them. But hey, your religion or your faith is supposed to work for you. You're supposed to serve YAHAWADAH, and then you grant you mercies. He will bless you. Right? You don't understand that. And in matter of fact, some of these preachers that weren't sent, they don't understand that. Right? It says, wherefore my fury and my anger was poured forth, and was kindled in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, and they were wasted and desolate as at this day. Therefore now, thus saith Yahweh, the power of hosts, the power of Israel, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you Judah, to leave you none to remain. So, hey, what? Again, have a high TV. That was it there for me.
I got a precept. This is Ecclesiasticus, Sirach chapter 10, verse 3 says, Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 3 says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. This world is yet to be inhabited, because right now people are dying by the masses. Dogs have cancer, cats have cancer, people have cancer, animals are going but extinct because of what? The one who's in rulership right now. This is the end result of having servants in rulership walking upon horses, having authority. This is what happens. Everything is being destroyed. Okay, everything is being destroyed. It says, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And that the authority right now is about to be received. Okay, the elect are going to receive that autonomy, that power through Yahawadah when he comes. That's why we are joining hands with Yahawadah. There's the power of the earth. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 4 says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time you will set up over it one that is profitable. Because Esau, the earth is contaminated right now. It is contaminated because they have changed the ordinances of Yahweh Shemashah, as it says in Isaiah 24. Everything is fucked up. Even sex now is no longer safe. It has become what they call this health hazard. Okay, something was meant to enjoy, right? To multiply and to be fruitful. Now it has become as if it was a case between life and death. Something you're supposed to have pleasure in. That shows you how bad things are. That Esau he has not been profitable at all. He has been destroying everything inside. He's the destroyer of the world. Can't.
Yeah, he is a physician of no value. Yeah, this is Isaiah 10 and 5. So, O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hands is my indignation. And the Assyrians said, this is so-called white man. Right? Verse 6, I will send him against an hypocritical nation, which is two-thirds of our people. You know, they are a bunch of actors. You understand? So, especially the ones who know they're Israelite, they are Jews outwardly. You understand? It's just a show for the camera. Right? He said, I will send him against an hypocritical nation, against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge. And this is what about to happen. The Most High going to turn upon you two-thirds. You understand? These are the things we got to warn the elect. Let it get itself right. Got to fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You got to fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's wisdom. Take heed to his word. Do we say? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is our creator. Just do what your creator say. Right? He said, I will send him against a hypocritical nation. Against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the street. And this is what about to come. This is what about to come. So you're not telling the people these things. You know, the scriptures say they are dumb dogs. They're not barking. You understand? Not barking and not telling people what about to happen. Right? And claiming to be a watchman for Israel, and you're blind. Like, are you teaching his laws and marriage? Come back to the laws and marriage. Yeah, we're not saying don't teach the laws. We're not saying telling Jake, you know, stop being homosexual, you know, the law say man should lie with man. We're not saying don't teach these things. You understand?
There's more experience doctrine.
What more experience is the prophecies? What about to happen? No more experience right now.
I have two precepts we have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jeremiah 1 and 14. The Lord said unto me, out of the north and evil shall break forth upon all the inhabitants of the land.
And
You know, warn any people about that? World War III is about to happen. It's not been. This is Jeremiah 46 I'll jump around. I'll start at verse 14, then I'll jump back. It says, declare ye in Egypt, and publish in Migdol, and publish in Nob, and in Tipanes. Say ye, stand fast, and prepare thee, for the sword shall devour round about thee. You see? This is the thing that we're supposed to be prepared. We're supposed to prepare. We're supposed to set the minds of the saints aright. Right? It says, jumping back to verse 10, for this is the day of the Lord, power of hosts, a day of vengeance, that he may avenge him of his adversaries, and the sword shall devour, and it shall be satiated and made drunk with their blood. For the Lord, power of hosts, had a sacrifice in the north country by the river Euphrates. So judgment is going to come to America, Babylon, and that's where Nathan himself dwells, right? So you're not even wise. You're not even contemplating that here you see that what you the knowledge that you're supposed to even save yourself. You understand? You're wicked to yourself. That we say, you dig that ditch, you and your followers will fall into that ditch, right? And that ditch has been digged because simple, because of insubordination. You just don't want to bow down to the hierarchy of the Most High. Allah is not he out there doing it on his own power and his own authority. YAHAWADAH is behind him, right? He is the spirit and the driving force of Allah has motivation, his inspiration, and the understanding of the scriptures. Right? You don't understand the scriptures. You are not sent to teach. You're not sent to preach. Right? Right now, you're in the office of the devil. Satan, your adversary, and a stumbling block to the nation of Israel, to the elect of the nation of Israel.
Scattering the flock.
You're scattering the flock. If you're not with me, against me, that's what the Lord said.
Right? Make it uncertain song too. This is finish that?
You can go ahead if you have one.
No, when you finish, I'm going to come in and say.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 56 and 10. His watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dog, they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yeah, they're ignorant of what's about to happen, which is the prophecies, which is Jacob's trouble. You understand? They are blind. They can't bark. They ain't blowing the song. The song of the trumpet that they're making is uncertain, because he's teaching about keeping the laws. Hey, don't get me wrong. Yes, we do teach the laws. Don't get me wrong. You're talking about structuring home to make better husband and marriage. No, it's not the time for those things. No, it's not the time for those things. You understand? 1 Corinthians 14 and 8. For if the trumpet give an uncertain song, who shall prepare himself to the battle? So you're not preparing the minds. You're not preparing the minds of your congregation for the battle. You have them complacent. You have them in a comfort zone. You're supposed to have them in a way that we're about to come. You're supposed to teach them how to be uncomfortable. Because there's the time that coming. There's the time that coming, we're gonna be uncomfortable, which is Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be worse more than slavery. You understand? So if you know you're not fit, you're supposed to submit yourself under the hierarchy, as the brother just said. And just follow the program, which is YAHAWADAH program.
That's right.
You understand?
This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 2. She obeyed not the voice, she received not correction, she trusted not in Yahweh, she drew not near to her power. Her princes within her are roaring lions, her judges are evening wolves, they gnaw not the bone till the marrow. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons, her priests have polluted the sanctuary, they have done violence to the law. Right? The just Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity every morning, do it he bring his judgment to light. He feareth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. and Nate is unjust and he knows no shame. He's one of them prophets that what? That is an evil wolf. Right? Right? He's like that, he's treacherous. Right? He's a Cheshire. Hey, he's at Apostle Ariabla bring out a video. No, but what a type of him, boy. That's an old cartoon, I can't remember. You know, but Nathan Wright. Right? He's a slick bastard. This is Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 2. Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel, prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power unto the shepherds, woe be unto the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves, and should not the shepherd feed the flock. He eat the fat, he clothe you with the wool, he killed them that are fed, but he feed not the flock. And that's what he's doing. That's what Kofi doing. That's what ISUPK doing. Right? HODC. You might have a little bit more integrity than that. Right? But nevertheless, you're not feeding the flock with what? With what? In wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because you're rebelling. You're being found stubborn, rebellious to YAHAWADAH. Right? You're not doing his work. You're not bowing in submission to the apostles that are sent. You're not speaking his word with understanding. Right? As the apostle say, you're winging it. Right? You're winging it. Men like Nate, you're doing it just for profit, because you have no faith. Right? Micah chapter 3, verse 11. The heads thereof judge for reward. Right? Your judgment. Hey, guess what? The Israelite man, you need to be treat your wife this way and that way, and hey, you have a possession, you do with it as thou will. Right? She's your possession. What are you doing inside the house? Unless he asks you for advice. Right? But the reward you're really judging for, well, actually, you're judging, well, the judgment is what you're doctrine, what you're preaching, and what you're teaching. Right? You're saying go to the Lord, but you're not keeping the laws. You have men that in the camp with Rastafarian hairstyles. You have men that in the camp that testimonies coming out that doing all the manner of abomination. Incest, stick with they have wives and only wives' children. Right? You know, you have men in the camp doing, hey, you're calling it, you're saying the laws, but you're keeping them not. Right? And guess what? You're asking for your tithes and offering when he ends. Right? It says, the heads thereof judge for a reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us. Right? So, you know, you're putting off the day of the Lord also, saying that there's not going to be judgment in Babylon. But there is going to be judgment in Babylon. The prophecies is all about judging Babylon. Right? There is a whore that sit upon a beast, and she must be judged. And if you dwell in the spirit of Babylon, you're going to be judged. Having a 501c3 charter is part of the spirit of Babylon. Because what you have a God order against YAHAWADAH. Right? You can preach the true doctrine. So when it starts there, it starts bad. You know? Christ is not the name. Christ is not the spirit. Christ is not the vibration. Christ is all forgiven. Christ is white supremacy. Christ is Calvinism. Christ is everything that YAHAWADAH is not. Right? YAHAWADAH started to begin, he has an appearance. And his appearance was given. Right? He's a so-called dark-skinned man, melanated man, right? With white woolly hair and white hair, white head and white beard. Right? Because what he's full of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That is YAHAWADAH. You understand? It says, going back to Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 4, the disease have been not strengthened, right? Neither have ye healed that which was sick, neither have ye bound up that which was broken, neither have ye brought again that which was driven away. Right? Who was driven away? We were driven away to these different nations. We were scattered abroad, James 1:1, right? Because what we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. But you're not drawing us back to YAHAWADAH to tell us what, put off these whordoms, put off the idolatry, because you yourself is a whoredom. You yourself is an idolatry, because you're preaching Christ. Right? You're flawed. You're not pure. The scripture says you have to serve him with a clean hands and clean hands and a pure heart. You understand? A pure heart is a pure mind, right? So you all that say that we don't have the name of the Lord, you are not pure, right? Because that's not true. That's not true. Because you're denying the prophecy, right? This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. For then will I turn to the people a pure language. This is part of the prophecy too. That they may call upon the name of the Lord, which is YAHAWADAH, and to serve him with one consent. How we serve him with one consent? Because going back to the Hebrew, the Latin, and the Greek, we are getting the understanding from the foundation come up. You're being built up. YAHAWADAH, right? From the Hebrew, the Lashon Kadash, the holy tongue, right? This is the power that we serve. From the ground come up. That's the foundation. That's our rock, right? YAHAWADAH, you make mockery, you blaspheme, you make mockery. You scorn. You are scorn and a scorn and mock the name of the Lord, right? In deception, saying that we don't have the name. We have the name. You deny the prophecy. You deny the prophecy. You try to lock the door on elect from getting the understanding because you lost faith. Because he didn't come when you wanted him to come in the year 2000, right? Yahweh is going to judge your wicked ass, right? It says, Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 4, the disease have been not strengthened, neither have he healed that which was sick. Do you have, hey, through the Spirit, lessons have been coming out with amongst your mess on Great Millstone and brothers in the Spirit, hey, of the herbs, the healing, right? You talk about building hospitals, we talk about turning back to nature, turning back to the things that the Most High, the ordinances that the Most High set up. He said the Most High created medicines out of the earth. Those who are wise will not abhor them. We bring out the dietary laws. And once you follow these things, you find that your pineal gland is decalcified, your understanding and cognition is increased, your faith is increased, your communication between you and the Most High is increased. He speaks to you. You get dreams more, you have visions, you get the similitude, you get understanding. Your faith, your hope is increased. But you all are not doing these things. You're pushing what? Complacency in hell. You're not supposed to be complacent in hell. You're supposed to hasten the day. That's what the scripture says, hasten the day. You want this place to be destroyed. There's nothing worth living for here. Right? Your family, guess what? The scripture says reincarnation. Right? Your family gonna come back, you're gonna get the money next time, providing you are master for your washing your what kind of life you have for your son amongst this wicked and evil generation? The scripture says the Lord he left a remnant. The elect is a remnant. Except the whole place will be what? Like Sodom and Egypt, a whole set of homosexuality, lesbianism, bestiality, profanation. You know, all this is what we live in amongst. And it's irksome towards the elect. It's irksome. When you listen to the conversation of the heathen, the boastfulness, the pride, right? Hey, it's all about destruction and manipulation of the ordinances of the Most High. Setting forth how they see fit. It's wicked and vain imagination. Why the hell they would want to stay up in this place? Why the hell they would want to live alongside? It don't even make sense. You believe in a power, right? You believe in his laws, but you don't believe that you should come up from underneath the heathen. You just want to be here up underneath the heathen, just licking the white man ass, right? If the heathen say, well, go ahead, and they can do this on that day, and they can do that on this day, right? That's what you want. That's what you're good with. You complacent with that. The hell with that. That's not the will of Yahweh Shemel. You're gonna be burnt up. Verse 5. And they were scattered because there is no shepherd, and they became meat to all the beasts of the field. And that's what your congregation is meat to the beasts of the field. Kofi, your church, right, is meat for the beasts of the field. Because if the police, right, if the mayor, if the city didn't want you all to carry out that march for peace, they could have sent the troops in and shoot you all down. Right? Because you're just niggas in the street, looking good, dressed up nice, but you're niggas in the street. Right? In their streets, you're in the streets of Babylon. And they claim Babylon to be theirs. Right? It says, and they were scattered because of there was no shepherd, because they became meat for the beasts of the field, right? When they were scattered, where they were scattered, my sheep wandered through all the mountains and upon every hill. Yea, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth, and none did search and seek after him. So he went to all these different philosophies and these different doctrines, right? To man, and what? It wasn't finding Yahweh Shemel. No, Yahweh Shemel is here on the earth, and you are denying Yahweh Shemel. You're not giving it, you're not bringing forth in praise and honor and glory unto the name Yahweh Shemel, right? That's wicked. That's a wicked act, right? Therefore, his shepherd said the word of the Lord, as I live, saith Yahawah, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field, because there was no shepherd, neither did my shepherds research for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves, and that's what you're doing, Nate, Kofi, Yahana, so on and so forth, and fed not my flock to the jakes, $50. All these shepherds hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith Yahawah, behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand. See? So by prophesying, we watching our hands of the blood of the flock. Neither shall the shepherds feed themselves anymore, for I will deliver my flock from their mouth, that they may be not meat for them. Thus saith the Lord power, behold, I, even I, will both search my sheep and search them out, as a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep, and I will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day. And I will bring them out from the people and gather them from the country, and will bring them to their own land and feed them upon the mountains of Israel, by the rivers and in all the inhabited places of the country. I will feed them in a good pasture, and upon the high mountains of Israel shall their fold be. And really, actually, that's GMS, Red Millstone. It says, there shall they lie in a good fold, right? We have this good doctrine. We have the doctrine of peace. There's a means to end, right? And there's the deliverance by Yahawah, not Christ anymore time. You understand?
I got a precept for you.
Go ahead.
This is Numbers chapter 27, verse 16 to verse 17. It says, let the Lord, the power of the spirits of all flesh, set the men over the congregation, which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord be not as sheep which have no shepherd. That's why going back to the book of Isaiah says, what? Surely, okay, the Most High says, look, man, our eyes shall see our teachers, and we've seen that the elder apostles on down of Great Millstone in this time around, okay? Because the Most High says what? He will, a time will come whereby he's going to take us out of these false prophets, okay, these fox in sheep's clothing. The elect are going to be taken out of them. The sifting is going to happen eventually. I says what in Zechariah, the least of the grain will not be left. So that's how the Most High is doing the calling out of the elect, by him setting up an order, and order has been set up. The foundations has been laid before, so there's no need to try to reinvent the wheel. The foundations has been set.
Done.
This is 2 Timothy 3 verse 5 says, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Guys like IUIC, people are still promoting the world, the fashion of this world, prosperity. These guys they are no different from these Christians, because they still, all of them are still promoting prosperity. Brother, have a plan. What plan? The plan is already written in the scriptures, man. The plan is to rehearse these righteous acts, okay, to the best of our ability, and wait on the Lord, and wait on Yahawah to come and save us. That's the plan that we have.
This is our hope.
This is the only hope we have.
I got one here for you. This is Jeremiah 23 and 26. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart. Yeah, the prophesying lies. You look into Bill, like your brother Bar was going to look into Bill or hospital and all these things. Hey, they're not expedient. This place is going to be destroyed. Nothing not going to be standing in Babylon. Nothing. So you build it in vain. You understand? You build it in vain. Right? In the ancient time, we didn't have no hospital. We had Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, the true physician. That's who we have. Right? He said, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dream. That's why I teach Christ and Mosai. Right? Teach people to forget the name of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. You understand? He said, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their father have forgotten my name for Baal. And that's where they preach Baal, Christ. You understand? Mosai bless. Hey, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai not dealing with IUIC. That's the truth. They're not, Mosai not dealing with the madness. The Mosai is dealing with ardor. Perfect ardor. You understand? And Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai going to take the elect out from IUIC. The elect men and elect women. The Mosai going to take them out. And GOCC. And ISUPK. And all these other alphabet groups. The Mosai going to take out the elect out today. You understand? Because they are rebellious children. You understand?
So Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 6 says, and to them that are turned back from the Lord, those and those that have not sought the Lord, nor required of him. So what? Judgment is coming to those who, that's what they have done, these guys basically. It's no different for a guy who put his hand into a plow and looking back. There's no difference to them because their works, their fruit that is being poured forth, it is not of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It is of a strange vibe. It says, hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord, power Yahweh, for the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is at hand, for the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice, he hath bid his guests. The judgment has already been set. It's only about time that judgments have been executed on a large scale. Jacob's trouble, World War III. Okay, so if you're not receiving the warning for the men that we are teaching, that you say these are the men of the Lord, are they truly the men of the Lord if they're not warning you of all the kind of carnage that's going to happen that has been planned by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the vengeance that is still burning in the Lord's heart until this very day. As it says in Psalms, the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. Shouldn't you be prepared? Shouldn't you be preparing yourselves for the upcoming devastation, the upcoming judgment? You're supposed to be doing that. And how are you going to do that? You must be taught of these upcoming devastations. You must be warned.
To John chapter 3 verse 34, it says, for he who Yahweh had sent speaking the words of Yahweh, for Yahweh giveth not the spirit by measure unto him. Okay? The lack of Yahweh is limited. The spirit, they can touch on all topics, but because they know the scriptures concerning all topics, right? Yes, marriage is one. Yes, keeping the law is one. Right? But we're not saved by the law. We're saved by faith. Faith in Yahweh Shai. And we're not saved by Christ. Right? We're not gathered by Christ. We're not a church of Christ. Right? We were called by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. No? And we're going to be delivered by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right? Anybody have anything to close off with?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 11 verse 11 says, there is one that laboreth and taketh pains and maketh haste and is much more behind. And these guys, basically them looking up forward to trying to prosper in the society. They're trying to make haste to the benefits which are gonna come. But we must wait for the benefits. We must go through the struggles. Then shall the reward come, not now.
Yeah. I don't want to labor. They want prosperity. And any prosperity in the side, you gotta sell your soul. You gotta sell your soul to get prosperity on this side. Jeremiah 23:1, he said, woe unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The Most High said, woe unto them pastors, right, who destroy and scatter the flock. Hey, scattering the Israelites, right? All these other can be a different doctrine. You're scattering the Israelites, especially you say that the mark of the beast is not the RIFID microchip. You understand? Some saying some Edomites could be saved. You understand? Like GOCC saying that hate is not hate is not biblical. Yeah, all these madness where they're going out with. Hey, the Most High can put the stop into all that. Verse 2, therefore thus said the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. He have scattered my flock. And where they feeding them with? They feed them with food not convenient. You understand? You're not feeding them with the food that's convenient to them. To know that I prepare themselves for martial law, for famine. You know, get yourself ready, get a mind ready. If the scripture says wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of the time. You're not getting them ready. Because you're not feeding them with the food that's convenient to them. Right? He said, therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, power against the pastor that feed my people. He hath scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So the Most High can judge you with your own abomination.
This is Titus chapter 1. Right, Titus chapter 1 verse 15. So like not 15. Verse 11. Chapter 10. For there are many and unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for people's sake. Right? You know, and that look as our money, so you know, that's what that literally seeing that's what's happening, that is playing out in these other accounts. Right? You think that not expedient. All things are lawful, but not everything is expedient. You know, we're not in that time for marriages and for you have no such thing as a peace march. Them things not scriptural. Subverting houses. Right? Most are gonna judge you. So that we give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem HaRikakodash, and we'll understand Pastor and the great very school. Pray that the lessons edify. Right? May Hashem Yahushai bring swift and speedy judgment until these false pastors, the 2/3, the heathen, and Esau. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.